Hello. My name is Kevin Teman, and I'm the creator of Artificially Intelligent Matchmaker, which I launched in 2017. So, AIMM for short, Artificially Intelligent Matchmaker. Basically, it talks to you for about a week to get to know you, and then automatically introduces you to people. The reason I built this is because dating apps are not doing a good job. The dating industry is in shambles. It's terrible. A lot of corruption from the companies themselves that are driving the products, and people are very unhappy with dating apps, and it never seemed to be changing. Thousands of copies of the same dating app, and nobody wanted to step out of the bounds. So that's where I came along. I went through a human matchmaking service where humans actually fly out to meet you and guide you over the phone and in person through all of your dates, and they're there kind of like your wingman to set you up, but more importantly, to share feedback across people. So if you go on a date with someone, you can know whether they really like you or not. You can get that information, and you can also figure out like what you need to do better. And you get a lot of coaching advice on what you should do on your first phone call and your first date. Nobody knows what they're supposed to do, and then everybody's very lost in that process. And um, and then also dating apps are just they're disrespectful to people. They put, just like the whole industry is, they put your profiles up on display. They shamelessly flaunt people and their private information around, and they prey on guys' insecurity by trying to make them pay extra money to move to a top of the list so women can see them, and they just constantly prey on your insecurities. And the industry was founded by Match.com a long time ago, with fake profiles. They just injected tons of fake profiles to mislead everybody and think that there's a lot of people in there. And so the whole industry was founded on deceit. And since then, it's been a terrible mess that people don't talk about, that the fact that it's actually deceit going on. Not just people don't know what to do. Like, it's been 20 years, 25 years now since Match.com first came out, and they haven't done much to improve. So that's why I created AIM. AIM is a complete reproduction of a human matchmaking service. So all the things that a human would do, uh, holding your hand, giving you advice before and after your phone call and your date, and sharing feedback across people when they go on the date. But more importantly, it like puts you together with people using common sense and intuition, things that would be important, like if they're career oriented or family oriented, and how important that is to you, and how much that would vibe with you. I myself was look was trying to look for somebody for so long, and I used dating apps through my entire 20s, and then into my early 30s, and they always failed me. I could never get anywhere. The process is so shallow. The and I've gone through all the different types of profiles you could possibly imagine. And anyway, certain people, I think it's really 80% of people, the vast majority of people that use dating apps, just utterly fail. It just fails in every way. And then I started talking to the CEOs of dating apps and finding out that they're the ones that are running this into the ground, essentially. Um, and it's very capitalism. It's you know why should you try if you're a company, if you're already making money? And this is just how the capitalism plays out. And we've had 20 years of dating apps being around in iPhones, and they've barely moved. And that's because there's a high demand for dating, and people need it, and so the companies just won't improve. So that's why it came out in 2017. And I made something in 2017 that was, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 7 times better than a typical dating app, at least more fulfilling, for sure. And also you could you would you had a better chance of meeting people because you could see deep introductions to them. For those of you that don't know what AIM is, you can see that in all my interviews and stuff online from back in 17 and through 2020, and a couple articles recently. Um, I'm doing this little video intro today, and I wrote this blog today to let you know that uh, AIM is going to be infused with a lot of advanced AI um, that is GPT-4, GPT, Chat GPT level quality, Llama, and those kinds of models that are out that will be an additional, add a lot to the magic, and be an additional intelligence and intuition that will constantly be there working to learn the people. Uh, and and yeah, I'm basically also selling the technology of AIM through Talking App Kit to the restaurant industry. We've made Talking Menu, which is incredibly cool. You can order food as fast as you can talk. You could say, like, I want a chicken burrito with rice and cheddar, and a double cheeseburger with tomatoes and mayo and ketchup, and it would assemble it in front of you as fast as you can talk. And very magical, very fun to use. We're coming out with that soon. That's our product. And then also Talking App Kit. It's available at talkingappkit.com. Uh, uses uses ChatGPT and GPT-4 level AI inside of it to basically drop into your app, and with your help, set up conversations that you want to have throughout the app, and can transform your iPhone app pretty quickly. 2 weeks time, and you can have a talking layer in your iPhone app. So we are doing that for revenue, to power AIM, so we can get developers to support the development process of AIM. A lot of people have worked on AIM, myself being the primary one. I made most of the code, vastly over 90% of it, 90, a lot, most of it. And but we've had a lot of developers in and out, and as all projects require, and we need that revenue to basically provide the support. Like, I could turn around and put a new version of AIM out within a couple weeks, and it would be very, very compelling, and it would work very well. But the problem is I'd need to support it, and I'm basically one guy, and and so that's why I'm doing the Talking App Kit to put the support behind it. But this is, I'm ready to bring AIM back into the spotlight, and get it up to another level, and just get it to where it can be just a great experience for those who use it. I'm now way past the point of of caring whether it's better than a typical dating app. Um, Now I think the whole industry is ridiculous, to be honest. I just think that people are just pissing away everything that they have, and we have all this beautiful technology, and we made dating apps into just total crap. They're just profit scams, is what they are. And but then maybe some people can keep using those things to meet people, for casual dating, and maybe AIM can be the place for serious dating and long-term things like eHarmony used to be. Um, so AIM is eHarmony, but just updated with all the latest advanced technology, and sexier and easier to use and more natural. So that's what AIM is essentially. But really, what it is a complete reproduction of a human matchmaking service and all the things that humans do. And so the way I build this is I interview a lot of matchmakers from some of the best matchmaking services out there, the best ones, and uh, I've gotten a lot of intuition from my friends, and which are the matchmakers, and I myself spent a year going through matchmaking. So I just I just know so intimately what needs to be there, that hasn't been there for dating apps. So um, this is just an update to let you know that AIM is very, very alive and well. It's moving at the pace that it can, as fast as it can. Um, Everybody would like it to be here sooner. I would have liked it to uh, be in the mainstream about 4 years ago or 5 years ago. But I can only do so much as a single individual, and I've been rallying people as much as I can. And there's been a lot of resistance from investors. I think the reason is people just aren't ready. They're not ready for the next level of of basically this app that I built in 2017 would completely change the whole industry, and and investors weren't willing to get on board with that. Strangely enough, um, so lot of things like that going on. There's so many external environment variables that go into what I'm capable of doing. Uh, I myself, with my knowledge of technology, I can build anything and make it happen. And I built this talking interface in 2017 when there were no talking apps, and to my surprise, it was completely easy to do. Well, easy if you work really hard and you're good at it, logic and stuff. But there was no barrier stopping me. And just like today, there's no barrier stopping us from having wonderful tools, except for our own personalities. So I think I always think about what's the best thing to say, in a company update like this. My company update is very informal, but the best thing to say is that this is a society mentality adventure. This isn't a technology adventure. It's easy. It's a mistake to think that we're up against the edge of technology and it needs to improve. It's already it's already been great. It's already been almost limitless for a couple years, and we only push out stuff that people feel comfortable with. So I was comfortable with something like AIM, where it's just completely talking and more advanced back in 17, but other people weren't comfortable with it. Um, and and it can always get better. Of course, I was kind of mostly the only one that made it, so of course it can get better. But the real question is, like, why not more support for something like AIM, and why aren't there other people trying to build things like AIM? And I never got the answer, but here I am, just going along, feeling like I'm in a world sometimes that lacks common sense in the most basic ways, but consumers know what they want. Consumers say that dating apps are horrible and they support AIM. I've heard it from hundreds of consumers. I've talked to dozens of my customers on the phone and everything. I live and breathe this stuff. That's the truth. But but investors and other business people on the other side, where capitalism is concerned, they don't want their current game to be mixed up. So yeah. Anyway, I'll try to give more updates, and write me at kevin@aim.online. Just send me an email if you want to help. Um, I'm capable of taking help from many people. I've already done that. This is a public crowd-funded operation, okay? Um, because because I'm just leading the charge. I'm just saying, somebody's got to start it, so I just started it. But really, this should be society pushing it. Um, Not just me working against the society's mentality of needing to keep dating apps in their current status quo or whatever. So write me if you want to support me in any way. Otherwise, I'll just keep going along at the pace I can, and And if I go along at the pace I can with no external help, it could be a couple months before I push the new version of AIM that is going to be much better, just much more natural, more intelligent in the way that it matches. Uh, Moving from being mostly decision tree AI, decision tree based logic, like if then kinds of things, to you mostly neural networks and machine learning, um, expanding that a lot. Uh, Chat GPT and GPT-4 level AI is the next step for AIM, and I'm creating that, and I know exactly how to do it. It's just a matter of time. So a couple months it could happen, and then I could push an update for AIM, and then I have matchmaking partners that would send clients in, but the app has to be reviewed, etc. And and I also need to get a revenue stream coming in because none of my partners are really consumers, or consumers or my partners understand that it takes a lot of money to maintain and develop something like this. It's kind of like building an airplane, and it's not really possible for one person to run around and screw in all the bolts of the airplane while the other side of the airplane's bolts are popping out. It You need a team of people, and so that's my so I have to get the revenue coming in so I can manage the team of people. Um, since I have not since I don't have outside investment, and we'll see how far I can get. How fast? I'll go to the end, but how fast? Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.